Have you ever caught a faint, unexpected scent and asked yourself, wait, is that coming from me? You're not alone, and there's absolutely no reason to be embarrassed. In this video, we'll explore 8 surprising bathroom habits that medical experts say can actually make older women smell worse, even when we believe we're being extra clean. Stay with us through the end to learn simple and effective solutions that will leave you feeling refreshed, self-assured, and in harmony with your body, because you deserve to thrive boldly and beautifully at any age. Before we jump in, I'd truly appreciate your support. If you enjoy this video, you'll help me continue spreading timeless wisdom about aging. If you haven't yet subscribed, please consider doing so and tap the notification bell so you won't miss out on any future videos. If you like what you see, comment 1 below. If it doesn't resonate with you, comment 0 so I know to improve and create something better for you. Let's begin. Part 1. Overusing soap in intimate areas. Ladies, allow me to share a personal realization that completely transformed how I care for myself. In my younger years, I treated showers like a deep cleaning ritual, lathering every part of my body with highly perfumed soaps and luxurious body washes. I was especially meticulous about cleaning my private areas, scrubbing like it would earn me a hygiene award. I genuinely believed that the more soap, the fresher I'd feel. With store shelves full of flowery feminine hygiene products, who could blame me? But here's the twist. No one, my mother, friends, or even my doctor, ever told me that this intense cleansing might be doing more harm than good. The truth is, our intimate zones are self-sustaining ecosystems. The vaginal area naturally maintains a delicate balance of good bacteria and an ideal pH, usually between 3.8 and 4.5, which protects against infections and odors. Think of it like a symphony, each part playing a specific role to maintain harmony. Introducing harsh soaps, scented body washes, or even gentle feminine products disrupts this harmony. These products often contain chemicals, fragrances, and alcohol that strip away beneficial bacteria and throw off the natural pH balance. The result? Irritation, odor, or infections like bacterial vaginosis or yeast, not because we're unclean, but because we're over-cleaning and disturbing the natural order. I learned this lesson the hard way after years of recurring discomfort and wondering why my diligent hygiene efforts were failing. A heartfelt talk with my gynecologist finally brought clarity. The vagina is self-cleaning and doesn't need internal scrubbing. It produces natural mucus to eliminate dead cells and bacteria. For external cleansing, warm water alone often does the trick. If you choose to use a cleanser, pick a fragrance-free, pH-balanced formula designed specifically for external use, never inside. Products like wipes, sprays, or douches might promise freshness, but they often introduce irritants that cause dryness or itching or worse. My advice? Trust your body's wisdom. The less we interfere with its natural rhythm, the healthier and more balanced we feel. And if persistent odor or discomfort arises, don't reach for more soap. Instead, consult a healthcare professional. Your body knows what it's doing. Let it lead. Part 2. Neglecting to wash towels often enough. Now let's talk towels. When's the last time you washed yours? Be honest. I used to let my towel hang in the bathroom for far too long. My reasoning? I'm clean when I use it, so it must stay clean too, right? Oh, how wrong I was. It wasn't until I noticed a faint, musty smell on my skin, even after showering, that I realized my towel was undermining my efforts. Here's what's actually happening. Bath towels soak up moisture like sponges, and bacteria and fungi love warm, damp environments. Every time you dry off in a steamy bathroom, especially one with poor airflow, you're giving microbes the perfect place to thrive. That includes mold, mildew, and bacteria from your skin. For years, I reused a towel for an entire week, thinking I was being eco-friendly, but in doing so, I was unknowingly jeopardizing my skin's health. Experts say you should wash your towel every 3 to 4 uses. If your bathroom is humid or lacks ventilation, think no windows or a weak fan. You may need to do it even more often, perhaps after every 2 uses. Want an easy system? Keep 3 towels in rotation. one in use, one air drying, and one clean and ready. This way, you're never stuck with a damp, germ-filled towel. Make sure your towel fully dries in between, spread it out on a rack, not balled up on a hook, and if your bathroom stays muggy, consider getting a small dehumidifier. Once I made these changes, my skin felt noticeably cleaner, my bathroom fresher, and that lingering towel smell vanished. A small tweak, but a powerful result. If you're still here, watching and learning, drop a 1 in the comments to let me know you're sticking with me. Thanks for giving your time to this important conversation. Part 3. Overlooking foot hygiene. Let's be real. Feet don't often get much attention, especially when they're tucked into socks and shoes all day. I used to be the queen of foot neglect. My shower routine involved letting the water run over them, maybe giving them a quick swipe with a washcloth. That was it. No scrubbing, no drying between toes. I figured if they looked clean, they were clean. But as I got older, I noticed something troubling. A sour odor coming from my shoes, even on days I hadn't walked much or broken a sweat. It was both baffling and embarrassing. Here's the culprit. As we age, our skin doesn't shed dead cells as easily. This means buildup, especially around the heels and between the toes, can become a feast for odor-causing bacteria. Add to that the fact that our feet have over 250,000 sweat glands, and it's a recipe for funk if not addressed properly. My minimalist foot care routine was letting moisture and dead skin linger, creating odor, so I revamped everything. Now, I spend at least 1 full minute on my feet in every shower. I use a soft washcloth and mild, fragrance-free soap to clean every part, soles, heels, and especially between the toes. I exfoliate weekly with a pumice stone or foot file, being gentle to avoid irritation. The biggest game changer? Thoroughly drying my feet. I use a clean towel to pat them dry between each toe, so no moisture is left behind. During warmer months, or if I'm in closed-to shoes all day, I dust a bit of antifungal foot powder in my socks or shoes to absorb excess moisture and odor. Caring for your feet isn't just about smell, it's about respecting the part of you that literally carries you through life. Ignoring them can lead to cracked heels, athlete's foot, or even infections, especially for those with conditions like diabetes. So ladies, let's honor our feet. A little care in the shower, a mindful drying routine, and the occasional pampering foot soak or moisturizer can make all the difference. They're the base of your body and your confidence. Part 4. Flushing with the toilet lid open. Let's tackle a topic that might make you giggle, but it's no laughing matter. Flushing with the lid up. The first time I heard about it, I laughed too. It sounded like a weird urban myth. But science proves otherwise, and it's a bit alarming. Flushing with the lid up creates something called a toilet plume, an invisible spray of droplets containing bacteria, viruses, and other unpleasant particles. These can be ejected into the air at surprising speeds and travel up to 6 feet or more. They can linger in the air for minutes or even hours. Now think about what's in range: your toothbrush, face cloths, skincare products, towels, maybe even your face if you're nearby. Anything left exposed in the bathroom becomes fair game for these particles. The risk increases when you add chemical cleaners or aerosol sprays. Combined with bacteria in the bowl, these products can create airborne compounds that you really don't want landing on your belongings or your skin. The good news is that there's an incredibly simple solution. Always close the toilet lid before flushing. Since adopting this habit, I've seen a noticeable improvement in the overall cleanliness and freshness of my bathroom. While avoiding the ick factor is a big part of the appeal, the real benefit lies in how effectively this prevents the spread of bacteria and subtle odors that can build up, even in a bathroom that appears spotless. This tiny, effortless change brings big rewards, helping your bathroom remain a haven of hygiene. Because truly, the cleanest bathrooms are the ones where there are no smells, because nothing is lingering in the air. If you're still watching and finding value in these tips, drop a number 2 in the comments to let me know you're still here with me. Thanks so much for your time. Part 5. Wearing the same underwear to bed. Let's talk about a habit many of us have fallen into at some point, including myself. Picture this. You're winding down for the evening, slipping into your coziest pajamas and climbing into bed. You pause for a second and wonder, should I change my underwear? I've just been lounging all day, not exactly running a race. It's tempting to stay in the same pair you've worn all day, especially if they still feel comfortable. But here's the reality. This seemingly harmless decision could be affecting your hygiene and comfort, especially as we grow older. Throughout the day, our bodies naturally produce sweat, oils, and moisture. Even when we're inactive, these mix with skin cells and bacteria, all of which collect in our underwear. When you wear the same pair to bed, all of that stays in close contact with your skin in a warm and enclosed space, ideal conditions for odor-causing bacteria to thrive. This is especially true if your underwear is made from synthetic fabrics like polyester, nylon, or spandex, which don't breathe as well as natural fibers. Over time, this can lead to skin irritation, increased moisture retention, and unpleasant odors that persist into the next morning. So, what's the fix? Doctors and dermatologists recommend switching to a clean pair of underwear before bed. Ideally, choose breathable materials like cotton that allow airflow and wick away moisture. And if you're comfortable with it, an even better option is to sleep without underwear at all, giving your skin maximum freedom to breathe. This can help reduce irritation, keep sensitive areas dry, and leave you feeling fresher in the morning. Since I made this change, I've noticed a subtle but meaningful boost in how I feel when I wake up. It's one of those small tweaks that ends up feeling surprisingly luxurious and helps you feel your absolute best. Part 6. Neglecting to clean your bathroom trash bin. Let's admit something a lot of us have overlooked. For years, I didn't think twice about my bathroom trash bin. Like many people, I had a small lidded bin near the toilet for convenience. Used tissues, cotton swabs, hygiene products, and random odds and ends went right in. My habit was simple: empty it when it was full and move on. It never crossed my mind that this little bin could be the hidden culprit sabotaging my otherwise clean bathroom. Here's why that's a problem. Even a small trash bin can become a hotspot for bacteria and odors if it's not maintained. Every item tossed in, whether it's a damp tissue, used hygiene product, or even a dry-looking cotton pad, introduces tiny amounts of moisture and organic material. When sealed under a lid, these elements are trapped in a warm, humid space where bacteria and mold thrive. Over time, that results in a persistent, musty odor that lingers in your bathroom, no matter how often you scrub the sink or floor. I was shocked to realize my seemingly spotless bathroom had a subtle, stale smell I'd grown used to, all because I'd ignored the trash bin. The fix? Simple and quick. I now make it a habit to empty the bin every few days, regardless of how full it is. Once a week, I clean it thoroughly with disinfectant spray or a vinegar-based cleaner to wipe out lingering bacteria and smells. For an extra touch, I sprinkle a bit of baking soda or add a few drops of essential oil to the bottom of the bin. These small changes, less than 5 minutes of effort, have completely transformed the atmosphere in my bathroom. The space feels fresher, and guests often comment on how clean and pleasant it is. A clean bathroom bin might seem like a small detail, but it's a game changer for creating a truly hygienic and welcoming space. Part 7. Using old or unwashed bathrobes. Picture this: you've just stepped out of a hot, luxurious shower. Your skin feels refreshed and squeaky clean. Everything feels right. You grab your favorite bathrobe from its hook and wrap yourself in its cozy softness. It's like a warm hug from a loyal friend. Comforting, familiar, perfect. But then a thought hits you. When was the last time you actually washed this robe? If you're anything like I used to be, the answer might be, I can't remember. Bathrobes trick us. They feel clean because we wear them after showers. Surely something we only use post-wash can't be dirty, right? Wrong. Here's what happens. After showering, your damp skin transfers moisture to the robe. If it's not hung in a well-ventilated space, maybe it's crumpled behind a door or on a hook, then that trapped moisture becomes the perfect environment for bacteria, mold, and mildew to grow. Over time, your once fresh robe starts to develop a faint, musty smell. You might not notice it at first, but if you've ever caught a strange odor on your skin, even after a shower, and blamed your soap or deodorant, the real culprit might be your robe. That lingering scent can cling to your freshly cleaned skin, ruining all your hygiene efforts. Here's how I solved it, and it's made a big difference. I committed to washing my bathrobe once a week, no exceptions. To make it easier, I bought a second one, so I always have a clean robe ready while the other's in the wash. I also hang my robe somewhere with good airflow, a towel rack or an open space in the bathroom, so it dries quickly between uses. A robe that dries fully is far less likely to harbor odors or bacteria. Now, my bathrobe smells like fresh laundry, clean, crisp, and inviting, not like the back of a neglected closet. It's a small upgrade, but it completely changes your post-shower experience. You'll feel genuinely clean, wrapped in something that's just as fresh as you are. Once you make the switch, you won't want to go back to the old, "I'll wash it later" habit. If you're still watching and these insights are helping, drop a number 3 in the comments to let me know you're with me. Thanks for spending your time with me. Part 8. Forgetting to clean under your arms after shaving. This next hygiene tip really caught me off guard, and I bet it might surprise you too. Like many, I used to think shaving my underarms meant instant freshness. After all, no hair means less surface area for sweat and odor, right? Technically, yes, but there's a crucial detail I was overlooking, and it can make or break your underarm hygiene. When you shave, you're not just removing hair. Your razor also acts like an exfoliator, scraping off dead skin, deodorant residue, and some of the natural bacteria on your skin. That sounds like a win, right? But here's the catch. All that debris, dead skin, old deodorant, stirred up bacteria, doesn't vanish on its own. It sticks to the freshly shaved skin unless you clean it away. If left there, this buildup creates a perfect environment for odor, essentially undoing the benefits of shaving, and sometimes making things worse. Dermatologists stress that the underarm is one of the most bacteria-prone areas on the body. It's warm, it's moist, it's a 5-star resort for microbes. Shaving helps, but if you don't clean the area afterward, you're only doing half the job. So what's the simple solution? After shaving, rinse your underarms with warm water. Then use a soft, clean washcloth to gently wipe away any leftover residue. No need for harsh scrubbing. Freshly shaved skin is sensitive. Just a gentle clean to remove buildup and leave your underarms truly fresh. Once rinsed, pat them dry with a clean towel and let your skin breathe for a few minutes before applying deodorant or antiperspirant. I like to use that break to go through the rest of my skincare routine while my underarms air out. This small extra step has made a huge difference for me. My underarms feel fresher and that clean sensation lasts longer throughout the day. The post-shave odor I used to notice, gone. Replaced by a new sense of confidence because I know I've taken care of every detail.